Alright, I am in the loft. I've got a bit of a cold starting and I've got a ganky eye. But nevertheless, it's time for another DIY video. Let's do this. Now, I'm the type of guy who keeps a whole saw underneath his bed for special occasions just like this. That's all because I don't actually have a proper area to do my DIY stuff. I either do it in my room or somewhere in the house, but later in the future I will be building a whole shed. This is going to be a workshop. This is going to be a really awesome project that I've been working on for quite a long time, been planning it out in my head, been drawing pictures, but I can't wait for this to become reality. But I'm hoping YouTube will get up a bit more so I can get a bit more money towards that. So it's definitely something to subscribe for. Now, with two different sizes of long square bits of wood, we started out cutting out the frames. I just did some basic framework, just cutting them at 45-degree angle. After cutting 4 of those, you have your basic picture frame. Nice. And I'm making these as a gift for Christmas. I have a time limit and I have to make 15 times more this amount. Oh man. But now we'll be making 15 backs for these, and all these have to be watertight because I will be adding epoxy resin. So the way I'm going to do that is by cutting a section out on all the frames. The first way I used a saw, and this took ages. I had to use a saw and then afterwards use a chisel to clean it up. But after that I decided to use the rotor, and this helped a charm. Anyway, I put 2 next to each other and cut through the middle of it with the rotor. It made a lot of mess, but literally it took me like 5 minutes just to do it. 5 minutes to do 2, and that's blimmin' awesome. I've got Christmas coming up and there's a time limit, so I have to be quick, and this helped so much. Now, using MDF board, I cut a rectangle out that will fit in the groove. Then I used frog tape on all the corners to hold all the frame together while I was gluing it. This is a very good technique. Then I put the rectangle into it, all glued up. This is a really good solid way to stop the resin from pouring out. Now with it all hardened, I gave it a test fit and it looked pretty good. Alright, I've got 6 of these glued up. I've got all these cut out now, so all I have to do is glue the rest of them. I've got 15 in all to do, so 6 of them I've done. I can't be bothered to do the maths for that. But this has been a crazy experience for me. I've learnt so much, and I've learnt to keep an open mind when building or how to build, because you can really, doing something in a slightly different angle or whatever can make the difference of how much you enjoy it or how easy it is to do whatever you're doing. So really keep an open mind when you're doing anything like this. It's been really fun, and I want to thank you all for joining me. Let's glue them up, paint them, and put the resin in, and then we're done. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Checked on my phone, we've got 17 days till Christmas. That's how long I got to make these, and that's plenty of time. Now with all them glued up, we have a big problem with the back. It has a huge hole. That is just the way I cutted it, but it doesn't matter. We can fill it up with hole filler and you won't know it's even there. After that dried, I gave it a good sanding to all of these. Sure, that's a lot. Then I was ready to give it a good spray paint. Normally I would leave it as the wood look because I really like the look of wood. This time I did not go with the wood look. I went for a non-wood look. I gave it a dark grey colour and a light grey colour with confetti on both. I think this looked pretty smart and looked like something you could have in your house, and you wouldn't think that should be in a bin, you know. I thought it looked good. After all the colour was there, I gave it a clear coat of primer and then put all the pictures in, and now this was ready to get all the resin in, and then it would be done. Now I don't really need to explain too much about resin, it's just a 50-50 mix. Make sure you mix it properly and then just pour it into the frames, and then it was done. Now all these ones were separate ones going to separate people, and then I had this big group of one that are all going to stay together on a bit of wood that is going to go on the wall. Let me show you how I did that. So now it's after Christmas, everyone's opened their presents, and it's time to get my mum's picture up on the wall. First thing I had to do was cut this bit of wood to size to screw all the bits on. I spray painted it black. I think that looked really good as a background frame. And then I screwed all the pictures on, and then I used this bit called a French cleat. This kind of just sits on two bits of metal, kind of hook like a coat hanger, I guess. And these are really good for a very close to the wall but easy to take off method of hanging something onto the wall, and this worked out really nice. What do you think, Annie? Tell them what you think. What do you think of that? Precious moments last longer at centered arcs. Do you like it?
I love it.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Shall we get started? We need to stop this.
And then it was done. I hope this video was good enough for you. It's very broken for me because I started this 3 months ago, stopped to do Chica, and now I'm trying to get back on it, and it was actually harder than I thought it would be to do that. But anyway, it's finished now, and I hope it was good enough for you. Next up is Mangle, and I'm excited to do this one. I've been wanting to do it since Bonnie, so yeah, a long time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!
Can you see all right? Look at me. Look at me. Can you see all right? Yeah.